All right, so our jalapenos are roasting. I thought while those were roasting, what I would do is go through some basic knife skills, especially chopping an onion. We all do that a lot, and have a really easy way to chop onions. It's safe and quick. Also, I wanted to mention I'm going to be doing this video in as few parts as possible, but just know that every once in a while, instead of pressing pause, I press stop. So that's why this is in multiple parts, unless I can find some video editing software. But anyways, just bear with me. So here we go. Let's chop some onions. Okay, you see I got my chef knife. And you want to make sure it's super sharp. So please go get your knife sharpened. As you see, kind of hold it right up at the edge with your thumb. See if I'm, yeah. With your thumb kind of on the blade there. See how I'm holding it. And what you're gonna do, we're gonna chop up this onion. We're gonna chop just the top off, making sure to keep our fingers kind of under like that. Okay, take that off. We're gonna leave the stem end on. We're gonna leave that intact because that'll hold the onion together as we chop it. So we're gonna cut it through from pole to pole. Okay, and then we're just gonna take off that first layer of skin. Okay. Both sides. We're gonna chop up this whole onion. Okay. So what we're gonna do, what you do is your first cut is gonna be down through the onion, again making sure your hands, your fingers are cut, or not cut, but underneath your knuckles, so you're not cutting your fingers. Okay, so we're gonna just make, I don't know, every 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch cuts into the onion. You don't want to go all the way to the root, you just want to go just short of it. Okay, so now you have your onion cut one way, and then we're going to cut it once or twice kind of across, and this you want to be careful, and this is good to have a sharp knife. So I'm just going to go all the way through, again not all the way to the root, but just about to it. Okay, I'm going to cut it like that, and then we're going to cut across, and as you can see, as you cut across like this, you're getting your nice diced white onion that we need for the recipe. So, quick little trick to make cutting onions as quick as possible so you don't start crying. Okay? So we'll do the same with this onion again. We're just going to cut through, not all the way through to the end, but almost to the root. And then a couple times we're gonna go through, and again, chopping all that. And there we go. There's our chopped onion. See how quick that was? All right, we're gonna go check on the jalapenos. Okay, so jalapenos have been cooking for a few minutes. You can see how they're getting nice and splotchy and black like that. They're softening up too, I can feel. This one's probably taking a little bit longer because it's a little bigger jalapeno. We're gonna keep these going for just a little bit more. And I was incorrect when I said we were gonna take the skins off. We are gonna leave the skins on, but what we're gonna do when they're done is remove the seeds because we don't want it that spicy. Okay, so we're gonna move back to the counter here, and we have our onion, and now we have our chicken. We wanna get our chicken all shredded up. I just wanted to show you, we need a total of 2 cups of chicken. I used 3 bone-in chicken breasts that are roasted in the oven, just with a little salt and pepper and olive oil on them. Roasted them until they were cooked through about 170 or so. Let them cool. And we're just going to shred it. Okay. Like I said, we need a total of 2 cups, so 2 to 3 good-sized chicken breasts. If you want to cook a little bit more, this recipe serves 4 to 5 people, I would say, maybe even 6. But everything you can double without any issues. Just double everything. So I'm just gonna shred the last of the chicken here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of bite-sized pieces you're gonna want, so it fits into the tortillas when we wrap the tortillas. Wrap the chicken in the tortillas. Okay. Exciting stuff here. Okay, all done. So we're going to check back on these jalapenos here in a minute, and when they're done, we will continue the video. Okay, we're back. As you can see, we have the jalapenos out. They're noticeably softer, and they're blistered and black all around. See that good there? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these in half, or cut the tops off. I mean, you're not gonna want to keep the stems in. They're gonna be warm, so do it with a tongue. But I'm gonna remove. Let's see where's yeah. I'm gonna remove all the seeds, except for probably 1/2. I like a little heat, and you know, jalapenos are always kind of a gamble. You don't know how hot. You can get a jalapeno that's super hot. You can get one that you think is going to be hot, and there's absolutely no heat to it whatsoever. So just be careful when you're removing this. Do it with a spoon, as you can hopefully see here how I'm doing it. Removing the seeds, just kind of scooping them out. If you do touch any of the seeds or stems inside with your hands, wash them really, really, really well. I'd advise, if you're doing this, sometimes if you let them cool, you could always put on a pair of rubber gloves to do this, but just try not to touch anything, because if you were to touch this, not think about it, then touch your eyes, it's going to hurt really bad. Even your eyes, your nose, whatever, it's gonna burn. So okay, so I took out the seeds, 3 of the 4, and what we're gonna do is we're going to blend those up. So let me move the camera just a little bit to our blender here. Okay, so we're gonna put those in our blender along with our drained tomatoes. Remember, we had 2 cans of whole tomatoes, and we're going to drain those. I drained them in a strainer, and we're just going to throw all of that in here. Okay. And along with that, we're going to do just a few grains of pepper and a good pinch of salt. I would say if you're measuring, maybe, I don't know, maybe a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I use kosher salt. Put your blender on, and we're just going to blend this until it is smooth and no chunks. Apparently, I don't know how to use their blender. Puree. You kidding me? There we go. Okay, that looks good. Nice and smooth. I'm going to give it a quick taste, kind of see if it needs any more salt or pepper. I think that's good. And it's spicy.